Hey everybody, Chuck here, otherwise maybe known as Orange Chuck. Run a site called Sunny Side of Syracuse. I'm just an average guy. I'm coming to you today with a heavy heart, but hopefully a positive message. I understand the world we live in. It's a terrifying place sometimes. There's a lot of darkness and a lot of evil. And there's certain things that sorry, I have an itchy nose. I don't know. There's a lot of things I can't sit here and tell you I have a cure for. I don't know the answers. I would like to believe that people smarter than me do know. I would like to believe that people who are in power and ingratiate are considered our leaders. I was going to stumble over that 20 times. Would step up and be open-minded about any idea, anything that would help rectify the situation. Maybe one day we can get that. I would love to see a bunch of brilliant minds get together in different backgrounds, different fields, maybe law enforcement, maybe psychology, sociology, any of that stuff. And just come up with some ideas that would help. I'm open-minded and I'll listen to anything. I as long as it'll help cure some of this violence, this domestic terrorism we're dealing with on a regular basis. The best way I know how to combat something like this, and one of the ways I think we can make improvements at least, is in how we live our lives and how we interact with each other. I am a big believer that love can conquer all. I'm a big believer that at the very least, compassion and respect for other people, allowing them to live their own life however they wish to choose it, as long as they're not hurting anybody. It's fine. It's fine. Why do we feel the need to control other people's lives? We shouldn't. Let them live their life just like you want to live yours. And when we interact with each other, instead of saying, I deserve this, or it's my right, maybe find better ways to have dialogue, positive dialogue. Maybe next time when you're at a drive-thru, say thank you. Treat that person, that customer service representative that you're dealing with, even if things don't go your way, treat them with a little respect. Maybe if you're interacting with somebody you don't agree with, treat them with kindness or ignore it. There's a novel approach. If you don't like something, turn the channel. I would have never thought of that. It comes back to basic human decency, and I think sometimes we're missing that. And I think we're some of our leaders are misguiding us, is they're polarizing us for their own agendas at times. What I think we need more of is basic, decent human compassion. No more tolerating bullying, no more tolerating hate. Find better ways. I think it's was it the Dalai Lama? I can't remember. Let's see, now I'm sitting here while I'm on here and I can't remember. It's basically says, if you can't love them, don't hurt them. Something along those lines. We don't always have to agree with each other on everything. Sometimes we just have to say, okay, that's your life. You're entitled to do it. This is my life. We live in a dark world at times. Unfortunately, that seems to be the case. But I do believe that if we treat each other better, we can all find ways to coexist. And I believe that being positive and interacting with people with a positive heart can make a difference. The more we can say, please, thank you, how are you? Be there for each other. Respect each other. Have compassion for each other, even if we don't agree. We're all better off as a society. And I think sometimes there are mental health issues, or sometimes there are underlying issues. But I think at its core, a lot of things can be helped if we decide to stop trying to divide ourselves into Republican or Democrat, Christian or non-Christian. What happened to human? You know, I'm gonna sit here and tell you, I'll be the first one to admit I turned 50 this year, and over the span of my lifetime, I've made mistakes. I've said things and done things I regret. But I try and I learn from my mistakes. And I'd like to believe that together we can be better. Each day I try to when I get out of bed, it's hard for me. I don't just wake up and go, hi. No. I try to do my best to be the best person I can be. I want people to have a better experience, if possible, because of me when I interact with them. If I can help people just have a smile or maybe feel better for 2 seconds, I think it's worth it. Life is short, folks. At the end of the day, do you want to be that person who just fought for no reason? Or would you like to be somebody that can make a difference? You know, all of us work, the majority of us work jobs where we might feel unappreciated. Or we might feel unappreciated from family or Twitter trolls or whatever. We all deserve love. We're all worthy of it. Spread love and kindness whenever you can. And that's part of the reason why I try to be positive. That's part of the reason why I started Sunny Side of Syracuse. It's part of the reason why, if you see me online, this is the personality I don't portray. I am. I want to be. I want to be a better person. I want to be a caring person. Why? Because it makes me feel better. It makes my life better. And in return, it makes other people's lives better. I'll short story and then I'll cut this right. The other day I had to go to DMV because a certain local auto shop failed my car for inspection and told me it was going to cost me $980. Basically lied to me to try and make money for it. I finally found somebody I could speak with. They gave me a recommendation. I took the recommendation, went down to the DMV, re-registered it, re-inspected it, and now guess what? Funny thing is, my car works. In the process of that, I went to the DMV. I got down there. They close at 5. I got down there about 4:15. My insurance wasn't lining up. It was literally 4:55 when I had to go back to the counter and say, I finally got it done. Those people had a long day, and I treated them with kindness. And I said, I apologize for being so last minute. I really hate to do this. I left work early hoping I wouldn't have to be this last person in. One of the ladies actually told me, we appreciate your kindness. Normally, if somebody's in here last minute, they're rude and in a hurry. And I don't understand. And I told her I don't understand why somebody would be rude to them when you're the one that went there last minute. And when I left, I wished them all a good weekend, told them thank you, and praised them up and down, said thank you. You guys have no idea how much this means to me. I'm really grateful we could resolve this issue with my car and get it to where I can get it inspected. I went down and got it inspected. The gentleman that inspected the car for me fairly. Was very nice, was easy to interact with, hooked it up to the computer, did everything he was supposed to do, and passed me. Just like I thought he would. Kind. He was a great guy. Never met him before. Had a conversation the whole time he was doing it. Kindness matters, folks. And it makes a big impact. I think a lot of times, if we could just get down to the core, stop bullying people. Stop allowing our kids to bully each other in school. Stop being that jerk manager at work who thinks you have to run things that way. You can be kind, you can be courteous, and you can be strict. There's a time for this and a time for that. But at the end of the day, we're all human. We all deserve respect. We all deserve love. And I pray one day we're going to wake up and realize that love is the answer. So thank you. I hope you have a great day. If you get a chance, Blessed Union of Souls, I Believe, great song. I believe love is the answer. If we're going to find a way to coexist on this earth and cut down on some of our instances, we need to realize that hate has no place in our hearts and has no place in our lives. Love, positivity, helping each other, even on our roughest days, having at least some tolerance and patience with people. I love you. I pray that one day things get better for all of us. Have a great day.